Guys, it's your boy, the LESTING, and in this series, we're just giving stories to inspire, stories to just build our belief. This is a story which I read and I used them to transform my life. So this is a story, I don't know if you can find it online, but I read it somewhere, whereby there were two young men who went swimming. So, in these rural areas, these swimming dams. So this was like a river, a dam near a river. So water was flowing and then coming out this side. So they went, and beside them, just some distance, there was again another young man who was just playing there. They were not on the same group. So these two young men came to swim. This other guy was just playing by the riverside. So as these young men were swimming, one of them, by mistake, fell, into the strong river. The water that was flowing, the wave was very strong, that he fell, and so he was drowning. So this friend, the friend, knew that the area where the water pushed this young man, he couldn't reach there because it was somehow a deep end, like a deep end whereby the wave was very, very strong. So the friend panicked, and he came out of water, started running, going home to call for help because he saw the young man, drowning and trying to shout, and he was not being able to come out of the water. And so the friend ran home to go and call help. But this other guy, the other friend that was just beside there, he saw the young man struggle, and he knew that was not a safe place. So seeing that, he ran and started looking for a solution. So beside there was a tree. It was not a very, very big tree, but it was a tree that a young man could not break. But he managed to break this tree and came and gave the young man who was drowning, the branch, to hold. So he pulled him from the water. So as he was pulling him, that's when the villagers were coming at the scene. So they came and they found this young man, already pulling this young man, So he came out of the water. And so people were congratulating him and everything, trying to see if this young man was okay and everything. And so after some time, people asked, people now saw the branch and they saw the young man and they were like, did you break this branch? And I was like, yeah, I broke it to save the boy that was drowning. And so they were amused, like, how did you manage to break this? This is too big. Even a big person can't break this. It's too big. And so there was an older man beside, and this older man said something very, very interesting. He said that the reason why this young man was able to break that tree, that branch, that big branch, that even you old people can't break, and save this young man, is because there were no people around to tell him that you can't do it. So circumstance made this young man break this tree, this big tree, and save this young man from drowning. This is an awesome story. There was no one to tell him, no, you can't break it, that's too big, you can't do it. He did it. The reason why most of us fail in life is we've heard so many stories or so many things that we can't do, people telling us, that we end up believing them. Just a branch that you can just break with one hand. People have told you can't do it, that you've ended up believing it. So it's high time that you start listening to yourself. These voices, the moment you listen to some of these voices, you're not going to end up anywhere. You have to listen to your inner self. Yes, it's good to listen to the outside advice, but sometimes they're just negative and they won't take you anywhere. So listen to yourself. If this young man was able to break this branch, he didn't have anyone to tell him you can't do it. So why are you listening to people who are telling you, you can't be this, you can't be this? I remember when I was starting working out, somebody told me that you can't get the physique, the men's physique. I was looking for the men's physique, body, if you don't do supplements. Somebody told me that. And I say, okay, I'm going to prove your point. I'm going to do it without those supplements. And I got that body without doing those supplements. I don't do supplements right now. That I have a better shape than most of these people who are doing these supplements. Why? Because I believe in that and I went for it. So it's high time that you just believe in yourself. Just believe it. The moment you put your mind into it, you can do it. Some of these people who have broken records, they just listened to themselves and they persisted until it happened. Yeah. Listen to yourself, mother. Cheers.